Hey, I'm trying to be a better me.
Yep. All right. Welcome to MacBean Scottish Fitness here at Edge Fitness here in Streator, Illinois. I'm going to change up the bench. I'm going to bench today like I was at a meet. So I'm just going to do some warm-ups and then go for the heavy weights and then probably do the reps on the way back down. On Tuesday, I did it the regular way I did it, but I was a bit tired. So I didn't quite hit the reps I would want to on that way up. So I'm going to kind of mix it up and see how it goes. Right now, I got 2 1/4 on there. I'm going to knock it out for a couple, throw 315 on there, and then we'll continue on from there. Thanks for joining in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And I appreciate the support. Feel free to jump in the chat, say hello to each other, and all that good stuff. Hopefully, YouTube is still pushing my videos. I have seen a decline in my longer videos, and I don't know if it's just because of what am I doing or is it because of something I can't control. So remember, hit the thumbs up, put comments in there, help that algorithm. I'd appreciate it. 2 1/4 warm up. Today, I'm just drinking water. So no pre-workout today, just water. Let's see how it goes. I think when I do pre-workouts, when I get home, I start coming down and start feeling a little tired, and I usually end up taking a nap. I'm not someone who usually naps. So I'm going to try a couple workouts without pre-workout and see how that goes. So remember to say hi to everybody. Let me see if this, still trying to learn the ins and outs of the YouTube. So let's add some weight. There we go. All righty. Hello, big money. Flat bench twice a week. So generally, either like a Monday and Thursday or a Tuesday and Friday. It can vary. I'm not set on my ways as so much, but generally I flat bench twice a week. One day I'm doing a lot of middle heavy reps, and then the other day, like today, I'm just going to do heavy sets. I probably spend the first 30 minutes just warming up. Just got to get everything ready to roll. I do an arm day, I do a back day, I do a leg day. The only thing I really don't do is, I do shoulders. I got a lot of videos out there of me military pressing. And usually it's a freestanding, although when I do get it to the shoulder gym, there's a nice setup there where I do a seated overhead press. And I generally can do about 40 pounds more easily when you got your back supported than versus when you're doing freestanding. But I do like to do both. The freestanding one is going to also use a lot of muscles for balance, a lot more in your back and abs and your legs. So overall, it's more of a complete exercise where a seated shoulder presses, you're getting the back pulsely out of it, and you're really going to the shoulder and arms, and it gives you an advantage. It's almost a seated flat bench, so to speak. But for my benching, it's flat bench, it's military press, and it's tricep pull downs is where I get the most, I would say, bang for my buck. Those are ones that are going to really help my my overall bench. So I do spend time flat benching. Occasionally I will do inclines. I haven't done declines in years. There's really no need for me to. Now that area of my chest is overdeveloped, to say the least. So I pretty much discontinued those. My lower pecs are plenty big. I don't need to do any more. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up. I had a thumbs up and now it's gone. So sometimes if you double click it and YouTube is really slow, you'll put it on and it'll take it back off. So absolutely. Ask any questions in there for related to fitness and nutrition, and I will definitely give you the best answer that I have. So that's what this channel is about. So today is going to try to go heavier. Make sure I got some spotters here for me. I noticed the parking lot was a little more full when I pulled in today. So we do have some newbies here, and I hope they stay. But what usually happens is in January, your gym membership doubles or triples. And then by the mid-February, early March, you're back to the same people. Maybe you've gained one or two, depending on the size of the gym. I always say, if you're going to make a decision to get into fitness, don't wait till January 1st to do it. Just go and do it now. The best time to make that decision is when you're thinking about it. So I got 315 on here. I'm going to knock it out for a couple warm-ups. Probably do this about twice. And then we'll go up weight. And basically what I'm going to do is singles at heavier weights and see how heavy I can go today. And then work the reps on the way back. Because I only have so much energy. I did get quite a few calories in this morning, so hopefully that's going to help out. There we go. Feeling good. Good. So yeah, usually when I pull in here, there's only about 4 or 5 cars, and there was God, must have been 15 of them this morning, which is good. Hopefully they stick with it. Remember, when you do get back into fitness, start slow and easy, and take your time working your way up. Don't be in a rush. When you're in a rush, it's usually where you get injuries. And injuries are no fun. We don't want injuries. So Big Money, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Anybody else that happens to be in chat, please remember to hit the thumbs up and say hello to each other. Remember, be respectful. If not, myself or my mods will take care of that. So today, just water. I do have a pre-workout I mix in here usually, which consists of some caffeine, creatine, and B vitamins. Decided not to do it today, and I want to see how I feel after the workout. See if I'm going to have that where I have to take that nap before I go to work. Because I do work second shift, which I kind of prefer. I'd rather work out earlier in the day than later. When I had a first shift job, I used to go to the gym at lunch. So I'd take my lunch around 1. I'd work out for 45 minutes. I'd come back to work. Because if I'm working until 3 or 4, I get off work, I'm ready to go home. And so here, I do this before I go to work, and it seems to work out better for me. Pun intended. Chewbacca, how are you doing? Good morning. Thanks for joining in. So basically, it's going to be a bunch of singles, doubles, and triples at the heavier weights. And then on the way back down, I'll do some reps. You know, at my age, you only have so much energy to put into the workout. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to strategically use that energy at the times I want to do it. Hey, little wolf, how's it going? Yeah, work. It seems to suck the life out of you. I don't mind my job. I don't know. It's an easy job. You know, I load stuff up. I send it to the oven. You know, I write down some paperwork, a little bit of math involved, a little bit of lifting. The tooling weighs anywhere between about 45 and 75 pounds. So I get a workout until it's a added benefit. Oren Rothman. Hello, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. So, yeah, I don't mind my work. I'm hoping, how much on the bar? Right now I got 315 pounds on the bar. I'm going to do some warm-ups and I'm going to go up a little bit higher. Black Sheep Survival. Thank you. I appreciate that. Plan to. Robert Riley. Good morning. Thanks everybody for joining in. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Thanks for the comments. Say hi to each other in that. The comments help that algorithm. How much am I able to curl? I don't know. I probably could do 135. But I did post some bicep exercises last night. On the dumbbells, I went up to 50 on each hand. On the barbell, I went up to 90. Then the other ones were machines. So, you know, whatever that weight is, it is what it is. They're not accurate. But I used to curl more in college. And I was curling so heavy, and I can't remember how much weight it was, but it was a lot. And then all of a sudden, I was walking around like this because I couldn't straighten my elbows. I had to go against the wall and press the elbow straight. And when I went and talked to the doctor, and I had a doctor who was a bodybuilder, so it was really cool because he understood, you know, the weightlifter mentality. And he said, I'm not telling you to stop doing your exercises, but you might want to rethink the weights you're using. So yeah, I started dropping the weights down a little bit on the curls. I used to do hammers with 85s. Problem is I've seen too many videos of biceps going, and I've known too many people have pulled their biceps. So I'll still go up to the 50s, maybe even 55s, depending on how I feel that day. But with the biceps and that, I'm trying to just do more reps. My lift really consists of triceps, pecs, and shoulders. Shoulder soreness, I've been really fortunate this last couple of years. I really don't have any shoulder issues to speak of. I have injured my shoulder in the past. The first time was when I was the basketball or track coach. We were running indoors, and I didn't think they were running fast enough, so I raced them. And I mistaked my ability to stop, and I went into the wall at full sprint, and I definitely hurt my shoulder. And it took about, yep. So this was at the meet last year at Route 29 Fitness. I really liked the shirt, where I ended up at, I think about 256 pounds body weight. I ended up doing 425 on the bench. Now, it was a non-sanctioned. It's a touch and go, but it's a fun event, and it's a great place. And this year, I did 430 at a body weight of 246. So I did 5 pounds more at 10 pounds less body weight, so I felt pretty good about that. But where was I? But yeah, shoulders. So it took me about a year and a half to recover. And what I was doing a lot of shoulder exercises eventually, which helped it. And then about 3 years after that, I injured the shoulder again, different shoulder. And it took about 2 years. The doctor wanted me to go have surgery. I said no. She wanted me to stop lifting. I said no. She wanted me to stop lifting heavy. I said no. And then about 2 years ago, I had a physical with her, and she asked me, hey, Connor, how you doing? Good to see you again. She asked me, Yeah, did you ever go get that surgery? I said, no. I said, I always heal. No, I don't mind asking. I'm 61 years old. I will be 62 next March. So pretty soon. So I'm level 61. And my goal this year is to beat my records that I set 2 years ago. So I've already done it once. I've already broke the Route 29 fitness record, which I feel good about. Hey, Robert, how we doing? So luckily my shoulders are 100%. Now I do a lot of shoulder exercises. I do a lot of those small shoulder exercises to keep them healthy, which you need to do. And I've been fortunate. I've just really, my shoulders, my knees, my hips, my elbows, my ankles, all are working with parameters. So I'm really happy about that. All right, so we got 60, we got 63, so right in my age group. Welcome, brothers. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up. Let me knock this out for a couple and add some weight. Nothing better than the sound of metal weights in the morning. So I got 365 on there now. Let me move a little bit so you can see that. And so I'm taking longer breaks just to get the recovery process going. Because the whole idea is to sit there and get as much energy into the lift. I'm a power lifter. Now, if you're lifting for tone and endurance, you do lighter weights, you do higher reps, and less breaks in between. If you're doing bodybuilding, you're doing middle weights, middle reps, and then you're finishing out with burnouts. And then you have to have a lot of nutrition. You got to have the right nutrition, to build the muscles and that. If you're doing powerlifting, eat whatever you want, and you're lifting low reps, heavy weights. And it doesn't hurt to mix things up. So usually when I have an arm day, I will do my biceps more like a bodybuilder will. And every now and then, if I work out that 6th day, I'm just going to go do a lot of accessory exercises with middle weights and concentrate more on reps than on doing heavier weights. And it's just I call it like a fine tuning exercise where, I might do some pull ins, pull downs, some dips, exercise that I don't usually do on a regular basis. But my main thing is, flat bench, tricep pull downs, military press, deadlifts and squats. But then I do like to sit there and mix it up with other ones, with machines and that. Machines are really I'm doing just to get blood pumped into the muscles that I've already worked hard. So like yesterday, I started with the dumbbells. I went from 30 to 35 to 40 to 45 to 50. Then I went to the barbell at 70, 80, and 90. And then I went to a machine where I just kept changing the resistance because we don't know what the weights are. And I did like 4 sets of that. And then I went to another one with the cables. I did like 4 sets of that. Basically those last 2 exercises were just to get a lot of blood flow into the muscle, to start repairing the muscle that I tore up. Because that's what you do, is you're tearing muscle up. Yep, I know that. I knew that yesterday. That was sad. You never know. She went to bed and that was it. So at least she seemed to went out peacefully. Me, I want to go out in a blaze of glory. But I'm in no hurry. and I don't think anybody is. So I do exercise. Exercise is going to help your physical strength. It's going to help your bone structure. It's going to help your mental cognitive ability, and it's going to help your mental status. Black Sheep Survival, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Always welcome to stop back in. I do appreciate when people stop at my live streams and hit the thumbs up and put some comments in there. Basically, I'm doing it to get people of all age groups back into working out, whatever it is, whether it's walking, hiking, bicycling, treadmill, yoga, which is really hard, Pilates, whatever. Just get active. If you're moving, you're improving. Just get in the gym and lift. However you're doing it. Don't worry about how much. Just do it. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. There's always somebody bigger and stronger. Goes to weightlifting classes 3 times a week. Looks like he's 70. That is awesome, Robert. And I hope he keeps doing it. I know a lot of 80-year-olds that are hitting the gym and they're hitting it hard. And I'm like, this tells me I'm going to continue doing this. I think as adults, we get to a certain age, and that age is different for other people, where we talk ourselves into poor habits. Yes, it is easier just to sit on the couch and watch the TV. It really is. But it's not healthy for you. Now, this one guy says, it's law of use and disuse. If you stop using it, you lose it. So you got to keep yourself active and find different ways of doing it. Hiking in the parks is one way, just walking up and down your driveway. I do hikes around my neighborhood. Part of it's for exercise and part of it's for recon. I want to know what's changed, what's out there, what resources are out there, how are my neighbors doing, just you need to be familiar with your surroundings. So 365, let's knock this out for a little bit. I don't think I need a spotter yet. But then when I do go up to 405, I will have to sit there and get a spotter for me. Round is also a shape. I understand that. It's quick spoken. Good. Now let's pop it up. It's time to get the old camera set up. All righty. We got the phone camera set up. So what I do is get the live stream, and then I will, on the heavier sets, I'll do videos and I'll redo that. Yeah, monster curls. Yeah, Milo on the Reddit was commenting last night. So should I start with the 12s or 40s? I said, you better start with those 12 ounces. I knew what he was talking about. You guys are probably yucking it up. Hey, Mike, how we doing? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up, everyone. Appreciate that too. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in there. He was drinking heavy yesterday, so he was using the 40 ounces then. I tell you, I like those 24 ounce Fosters called oil cans. It's actually Oil Can Brewery that makes it now. But it's getting to where I can probably have a few beers on Saturday, and that's about it. I tried having one the other night after I got home from work, and I drank about half. And I was done. So one thing about second shift is you can't drink before you go to work. And then when I get home from work, I just want to go to bed. So it is saving me money. So that's always a good thing. $16 ounces. Okay, so you did up it from 12 ounces. So yeah, I'll do 405. We'll see how that goes. And then I'll just keep bumping up weight until I decide I don't want to go any heavier. And then I'll come back down and do the reps at the lighter weights. And then after that, depending on my energy level, I might go over and do some inclines. And then who knows? I did get here about when I wanted to get here. I got here about 9:30. I set the live stream for 10 just so everybody would get the notification. And but yeah, Robert, tell your mom to keep on working. That's the way to do it. That's how you stay in shape. You know, meets look like this year. So next meet is going to be March 18th in Dubuque, Iowa. There is one here in Joliet also, but I think I want to do the Iowa one. It's just a really well run meet, and it's a big meet. It could be a lot of big lifters there. And then there's another one in June that I'm going to hit just because it's in Peoria. And probably killed Kenny too. Yeah, there you go. So I got one in March and I got one in June. They do have a big event in July, but that may interfere with my Senior Olympics. So I am doing the Senior Olympics this year in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in discus. I won the state last September. So that qualified me for nationals. So once it starts warming up, you'll start seeing a lot of videos of me practicing my discus throw again. I'm still watching videos, still trying to get it up here so I can get up here. I want to at least throw 20 feet further than I did at state. It won't be good enough to place, but at least I'll feel better about it. Little hair gel. So yeah, so that's it until July. So I got 2 meets, possibly 3, and then I have the Olympics. If I see something in April or May that's worth going to, I'll do it. I was trying to look one for February, but everything that I've seen so far, our federations I looked at before, and they wanted you to be invited or whatever. I sent an email to one of them. They never got back to me. She tells me I don't want to lift one. That's an organizational thing. If you're not organized and respond to an email, that a lifter has said to you, then I'm not going to lift your federation. It's just the way it is. I do carry some records with me, so it's getting to the point where it's not a bad thing for me to come to your gym or come to your meet. I'm no Eddie Hall, but still. So yeah, the UPA ones, got one in March, got one in June. There is one in July. I don't know if I'll make it though. But it's not about doing it. I'm lifting against my own records. And that's all there is to it. It shouldn't be that way, especially in the powerlifting community. We root for each other, even the ones we compete against. We're wanting to do well. I don't want the guy in front of me missing a lift, because now I got to deal with that. So let me go find a spotter and knock out 4 or 5. All right, first of my heavy lifts, 405. Let's see how it goes up. You spotted me before, right?
Oh, yeah. You want to lift up?
Yeah, about 20 pounds.
Okay.
There we go, 405. So on that up.
All right, no, I just like to make sure. Okay. Yes, sir.
The only thing that'll ever happen here is I'll slowly start rolling back down. I'll see how far it'll give me help, give me about 5 pounds.
Okay.
It's not like I'm throwing 500 on here and go,
Hey, I know what you mean.
let's see what happens. And I only do that because in a meet, that's an over.
Yeah. Okay.
And it actually mentally helps you. Even if you're not doing anything, in my mind, you've made myself 5 pounds stronger.
Okay. I
Were you ever in the military?
No.
Because that's how we used to say good morning. And that since all 3 of my kids went in there, they'd be calling me, and of course the verbiage has changed.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I was in the Army. I said, you're not talking to your mom this way, are you? Oh, no, Dad, we know it's okay. Because I never heard that language from me when they were kids. But yeah, 2 went in the Navy, 1 went in the Air Force. I said, well, was it effective? I said, oh, yeah, the language has changed.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
But they've learned
different people.
to keep it clean around mine. So.
Oh, yeah, it has to.
You know, the kids ain't there. If I drop it, she's just like, it's okay.
Yeah, no, my mom don't play that.
Yeah.
I don't want to play that.
They don't play that.
It's great. Clean language.
That's right. So the 405 went up. I gotta start hitting this sooner, so I'm gonna add it 415 and see how that goes. So I'm not doing big jumps. The way I look at it is I did 405 on Tuesday. She's gonna be tired. And doing 415 is a good jump up. And then since I went that far, I'll see how it feels when I do that. So I got to pay attention to the time. The workout's going pretty smoothly. Once again, thank you for joining in. If you are just joining in, pop in and say hi. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, all that YouTube-y stuff. We got a few people that have been emailing me on their progress on their workouts and that, which is good to say. They're definitely doing better. So one of the benefits of membership is that you can email me and get workout advice and nutrition advice. And I he didn't do the membership, but he sends me super chats every now and then. So I've been following him up there. Ace Tyson, how you doing? So how much did I bench at your strongest? So 2 years ago in the gym, I did 480, and it was a pretty clean lift. And I think I was at about 250 pounds body weight. And then, hey, Christopher, how you doing? And then in November of 2021, in a sanctioned meet I did 202.5 kilos, which is 446.6 pounds. And that ties me for 4th worldwide all time for raw bench in the 60 to 64 age class, 275 pound weight class. So this year, I'm going to try to compete most of my competitions in a 242 and bring my ranking up there. Because right now, I think my heaviest lift in that category is only about 397. So I definitely want to bring that ranking up. And then by the end of the year, I want to take at least the number 2, if not the number 1 slot in both the 242 and the 275 pound class. To answer your question, at 59, 480 was my best lift. I'm 61 now, and by the end of this year, I want to beat that 480. So that's my idea. There we go. It'll take me a long time to get there, Race. Understand? I was 45 the first time I hit 405. So don't be in a rush. Take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. So I think my spotter left. So I'm going to have to find another spotter. And that's the only thing that interrupts these heavy lifts is trying to have somebody that can spot you. And it doesn't take much to spot me. It's like I was kind of explaining to him, he has fingers on the bar. You don't need to do that. All right. I'm not. Thank you, Christopher. That was from the Route 29 Fitness last year's meet. And that was the one that I did just last week. So I'm going to try to do that one every year. I know the other Master Plus people are like, oh, no, you again. So maybe I'll just do open next time. Then they can have better trophies. But they do it because it's a fun time. Some people were doing more in one category, and it's fun to do that too, but I really don't need to do more than one. I have enough damn trophies. Actually, I tried to get rid of them one time, and the wife said, no, don't you dare. So that was kind of nice. Made me feel better. So I just knocked out 405. I got 415 on there, which should be a doable weight. And then I will determine where I want to go from there, which will have a lot to do with whether I have a spotter or not. I've had the young lady behind the counter spot me before, which is fine because I can unrack it myself. I don't need a practice. I don't need a lift off. I just sometimes I do it just to get them used to doing it the right way. The lift off he did for me was like spot on. No pun intended. Okay, the pun was intended. So once again, thanks everybody for popping in. Let me see who's saying it's still active. I don't know how accurate this is. It says we still have Ace, Christopher, and Lone Wolf. That may or may not be true. You never know. But so I think about this time I'll go see if I have a spotter because I do feel rested. That's the nice thing about doing the singles is they don't tire me out as much as doing 8-9 reps. So.
Oh, no, that's not problem.
No, that's good.
Oh, that ain't coming. 5 pounds? Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, she didn't need it, but it's always nice to have somebody
Oh,
there.
yeah, it helps with the mental.
The same as before, except for the middle part.
Yes, sir.
So 415, let's knock it out for a single, see how it goes. Now, sometimes the second heavy lift goes easier than the first one. I can't give any science for it. That's how it is.
Nice.
There you go. Always about this time where I get the 1 out of 100 fake weight comment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's.
Every now and then I'll send them my openpowerlifting.org,
Mm.
where it's got all my lists in there.
Oh, yeah, no, that's secure. That's,
Real weight, you heard it, folks. So, that felt pretty heavy. So what I think I'll do is do another 405 and then drop down to 370. Kenneth, thank you. So feeling pretty good. Tuesday I was sluggish. Yeah, I don't think I had enough calories in me, and I did come to the gym later than I usually do, and sometimes that can affect you. But even a mediocre workout is still a workout. Yeah, sometimes people go, "Oh man, I didn't hit the numbers I wanted. I didn't do the distance I wanted." You still came in. You still worked out. Pat yourself on the back. The only bad workout is the one you don't do. So right now I'm at the Edge Fitness here in Streator, Illinois. So it's a little mom and pop place, well, my one now, right here in Streator. And I like the gym because it's got this quiet room. I also go to Premier Fitness in Pontiac, which is a nice gym. And I also go to Shoreward Fitness in Shoreward, Illinois. Very nice gym. Those two have always got music playing in there. A lot of times I get copyright infringements, which is no big deal. The video doesn't get it monetized, so I miss out on that 25 cents. Hey. So I don't really worry about it. But here I don't have to worry about it. The other room, so this is just one section of it. We call it the cave. It's not the man cave, it's the cave, because most of the time there's more women in here than there are guys. And then you got the rest of the gym, which is got machines and other free weights and a lot of treadmills and that, which is probably about 5 times the size. The other part of it. But the music's playing there. So I tend to like to do my live streams in here. Sometimes I will go on the other side of the bars. This used to be a car dealership, so the bars were there, so nobody reached through and grabbed the person. I want my keys. So it's not a prison. That's the other town. So yeah, I like this one here. Angry Prepper, Jason, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I got some more money to put forth for my trip to Pittsburgh in July. Jason is the Angry Prepper, and he also does the Angry Truth channel. You might want to follow him. He says it the way it is. Now this channel is not one of those channels. I do have a prepping channel that might get more into it. But if you want to get some real honest to goodness thoughts, then I will suggest subscribing to his channels. I do pretty much catch every one of his live streams or premieres. And he kind of stays up. He's up there in New York City. And, oh, wow, Ace, thank you. I appreciate that. So, yeah, just to let you know, the super chats I get are going for my Senior Olympic Nationals in Pittsburgh in July of this year. So, Jason, if you're bored, I'll be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I don't know how far that's from New York, but it's closer than Streator, Illinois, that's for sure. I do hope to have a few people come by and visit me. I won the gold in the Illinois State Championship for discus for the Senior Olympics. So now I qualified for nationals, which reminds me I got to sign up for that. I need to do that while I'm thinking about it. I keep forgetting. So I'm going to do that today. So, but absolutely, thank you for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. And I'll shoot you, because I have your email. I'll shoot you the whole information once I get signed up and they give me a packet, because I'm not sure which day or days that I'm throwing. It might actually be where I'm throwing a couple days because of so many throwers You might wear, the top three, go on to the next day. I'm not quite sure. So I need to do a little bit more research on that. But I'm excited. I mean, my goal is to throw 20 foot further than I did at state. I threw 122 feet 8 inches at state, which I was happy with. That was definitely into my wheelhouse at the time. I'd like to be about 20 feet further. It won't be enough to win it. There are some guys out there that throw 170, 180. But just to be there and just to watch them throw so I can learn from it. It's my last year was my first year doing it. And it was a subscriber that said, hey, maybe you should do that. And I said, I have discus. I coached it for both junior high and high school. I was the field events coach. So I said, well, I'll show those students that I can practice what I preach. So taking the gold was a huge milestone for me. So Jason, thank you very much for that super chat. Ace Tyson, thank you very much for that super chat. I'm going to guess you're overseas, just because it looks like it's in pounds or euros. So I appreciate you popping in. So I got another 405 to knock out here real quick. So what I'm doing today is I'm just doing some heavy singles, and then I'll do some burnouts at the end, where Monday or Tuesday, depending on which day I come into the gym, I'll be doing more reps. So I'm trying to have a rep day, and a rep day does mean still heavy weights. So my rep weights are 335 and 370. And I'm probably still going to do those weights. I'm just doing them on the way back down the tree. So I went up the tree, now I'm coming back down. So let me see if I got that young man to spot me again. Saturday. I did. I beat my this is where it was last year at 255 this year at 246 Your first name again?
Phil.
Phil? I got here a few times. I'm old. Phil's never good.
Oh, no, that's no problem.
I had an Uncle Phil, so I should remember that. Phil short for Philip?
Yes, sir.
There we go. Yep, same with him. All right, so 405. Went down 10 pounds, see how this wood flies. All right, no good. So now I'll drop down to 370. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
So, gym etiquette means that you're taking care of your weight. If somebody helps you out, you thank them. Because without them, I'm not doing those heavy sets. So I appreciate that the young men and women of this gym do that for me. I have been a few places where they refused because they were afraid of the weight. Then I realized in the wrong gym. I was at Anytime Fitness, not disparaging. It was a nice clean gym. It was almost 24 hours. But I couldn't get anybody to spot me. And they only had one trainer. And of course, if that person's with a client, you really don't want to be interrupting him because it's not fair for his client or her client. But I've had get settled in South Carolina. Well, I appreciate it. It's not necessary, right? You monetize. You're one of my monitors and you help out. But I do appreciate the super chats. It is not necessary, but thank you. And that's definitely, I'm keeping a list of everybody that's done that. So when I do my videos on my Senior Olympics, I'm going to have you down as sponsors. So I'll have everybody listed in the description that these are the people that help me sponsor. I will also have my moderators in the description also, because the time that they spend keeping the trolls and bots away is also helpful. So, I mean, just showing up here and hitting the thumbs up and like and sharing helps me out huge too. I try to do that. I basically follow a few channels as a member. I was a member of Jason's channels, but then he dismembered everybody because he just had an issue with it. And I understand the issue, and I'm not going to bring it up here, but I do understand the issue, and I agree with you. But basically, Prepper Nation, Alaska Prepper, and Gray Man Prepper are the only ones that I'm a member of. And the other ones, they have a cause in that. I'll shoot them money also. There are a lot of people that I try to follow on a regular basis. There is the same group of us that see each other on a lot of the same channels. But generally, I'm catching Jason, or I'm catching Rudy, or I'm catching John sometime during the day. Luckily, where I work, I can do that. And now that the guy who was training me moved first shift, I can use his big speaker. So now I can even hear what you're saying. Jason, I used to watch your streams in the evening all the time, but I couldn't hear you because the plant's just too loud and my little phone speaker just wasn't enough. Now I got this big boom box, so the last couple times I've been able to hear you, so I could actually respond a little better, which is kind of nice. So now I'm going back down the tree, and a lot of times this is where the work's happening. The heavy reps are good. There's definitely ones that put the stress on your tendons and joints, bones, and strengthens them. Do some muscle tearing in that. When you come down and start doing the reps, this is what's really pumping the nutrients back into those muscles. So, breakfast, I start out about 7 o'clock. I had a big glass of milk, which is about 20 grams of protein, and it was about 200 calories. At about 8:30, I had a shake, which was about 800 calories and about 26 grams of protein. When I get done here, I'll probably eat at least a can of tuna. And I did a video on this, and I found it worthwhile, is that a lot of times the cheap tuna is not the deal. A lot of times that tuna that you're getting, well, it used to be for 50 cents, now it's $1.15. You can spend $1.87 or $2 and actually get more nutrition out of the higher end tuna. A lot of the higher end tuna has almost twice the protein, has 50% more calories, and it tastes better. So a lot of times you're better off buying the slightly more expensive tuna. So I went from buying that cheap stuff to buy either the albacore white meat or the yellowfin. So even though initially I'm spending more, I'm getting the same bang for the buck coming with protein and calories wise, and I'm enjoying a little bit better taste. Jason does get to the point. You're never at a loss of, I wonder what he meant by that. Yeah, I tell you, most of the stuff, not that I agree with anybody's all 100% of the time, but most stuff, time I'm 100% right behind them. And it's just, unfortunately, I don't know, Jason, if you ever go on Twitter, but you want to see some misguided people that's where you find it. That's why I rarely go on it, because it just shakes my head. It's shaking my head going, no, how did we get to this point? But one thing that you have to understand is the people that are in the gym is a very small percentage of the population. And a lot of times we'll have somebody in there who's out of shape and they're working really hard to get in shape. And the first thing they say is like, wow, everybody's really helpful. So of course we're helpful, because this is what it's for. The gym is for a person like you, and me, but it's for everybody. It's for anybody who wants to get in shape, and whatever shape it is. I mean, Ray, you know how to get in shape. You've been there before. You just got to make the decision to do it. Once you make that decision, I'll be more than helpful to help you out with advice and motivation. But the decision has to come from you. All right. I cannot motivate people. I can provide motivation. But the true motivation comes from yourself. A lot of times people think, well, God, it's just because you're a motivated person, it's easy for you. No, it's not. I go through the same struggles. I got up this morning, had the cat in my lap, while I was listening to Prepper Nation, and had a cup of coffee in my hands and thinking, man, I can sit here for a couple hours. Cat wouldn't mind. Cat likes to nap. I said, but no, I got to get up, I got to eat. I got to get ready for the gym. I got to get some chores done. I got to get some things done. I have to get moving. And once I'm moving, now I'm motivated. But it started with getting up. It started with moving towards the door. It started with getting into the car. It started with driving to the gym. It started with me entering the gym. Once I'm in the gym, I'm going to lift. And that's what it is. It starts with you moving. It's not that one person is more motivated than another. It's just that one person decides to move more often than the other person does. Everybody has the same potential in life to be the best version of themselves. And that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, and I am my biggest critic. All right? Anybody's going to get criticized me, it's going to be me. I always think I could be doing more. I always think I could be doing more of this. I could be doing more of that. But some online training. All right. Jason, thanks for stopping. I really do appreciate it. You have a wonderful day. I don't know if you have anything going on tonight, but I was on the ones that you had yesterday. If not, I'll catch you. If not, I will catch you on Monday. All right, I'll do some reps. Let's see if I get my buddy Phil in here again. Here comes the toughness. Here comes the toughness. He's with the card more than one rep. The one rep. It's when we do the reps, 4 to 10. That's when it's going to start to work. But that's where it works. Well, also I'm like, wait. I always say, here's the ones that are good. It's never to pass that. What's that? Let's do milk. You know, like that one list. Do you? Can you maybe use a meal to do kind of dress? Try that. There's always a workaround. I can't grip it. So then you get a thing and use your wrist. There's always something. Grab your fine china. You'll hang on to it.
Exactly.
All right, here comes the tough ones. Trying to do this for as many times as I can.
Okay. This up?
Yeah, this is where the work starts.
Good push, good push, good push, good push.
Ah!
There it is.
Yeah! Got 5.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that means you go 5 pounds now there.
Exactly.
Thank you, Phil.
No problem. No problem at all.
Yay! Got my 5 reps. Boy. That put me out. Boy, that was work. Getting worried at 3. At 3, I knew I had 5. Because that was the easiest 3 went up. So I knew I had 5 by my 3rd rep. Now the 5th one was a struggle, but I got it. You know, it may not have looked easy, but felt easy. I know when I watch the videos later, it looks different than what I felt at the time. So I'll need a little bit longer break on this one. So now I got 335 on there. On Tuesday, I did 8.5 reps. And the week before that, I did 9 reps. So I really want to get 9 reps out of this. But I'll need a few more minutes getting the carbon out and getting the oxygen in. I think I feel better not having the pre-workout. Sometimes it's worthwhile having. And this is usually the days I do use pre-workout. But I felt I had enough energy in me. And I want to see how it is when I go home before I go to work. Because generally, I've got an hour and a half before I have to work. You know, sometimes I'll even go for a walk if I have, a 2-hour gap still. I really don't need to leave the house until at 1, 2, 3. I got 3 hours before I have to leave the house. Almost 3 hours, 10 minutes. So a lot of times I'll stop in town here and get stuff. But what I've been doing lately is just been going into the town where I work and getting stuff because it's cold enough for me to leave the stuff in the car. I don't have to worry about it refrigerating, and it's not too cold where I don't have to worry about it freezing. Generally, Fairlife milk is always on the menu. We go through a gallon. Well, it's not a gallon now. They hit me with shrinkflation. So those bottles used to be 64 ounces. Now they're 52 ounces. They make them look almost the same size. But I grabbed it and go, man, this feels smaller for some reason. So I looked at it and said, well, you little shit you. So the prices only went up about 30 cents, but we now have 10% less volume. So that goes that shrinkflation. Remember when, canned tomatoes were 16.5 ounces, now they're 14.5, probably soon to be 13. So those little things. They say, well, we didn't really up the price. We just gave you less for your money. Well, that's up in the price. So things to be aware of. Eggs I get from a neighbor. Their chickens are laying again. So I should be good all the way through the fall now. Then what I might do is I might water glass some of them in and see how they taste. See how they are. Prices up, size is down, profits up. Gotta love corporations. You do, but you also gotta understand, unless you're working for the government, it's these big corporations that are feeding America by the jobs. I had a conversation with somebody like that. Oh, corporations are evil or taking advantage of stuff like that. They ain't taking advantage of me. If they're paying me a wage, I'm happy with. If they're providing me benefits, I'm happy with. Paid time off, I'm happy with. I know, that's why I did that, right? I worked for the government too, so nothing unusual there. I was in the Army. Then I worked for the USDA. So there's benefits to that too. But if it's providing you a living, and if you live within your means, or if you have the means to live, and those two might be switching around now, then don't be complaining about corporations. It's great they're rich, fantastic, good for them. They have things to worry about that you and I never have to worry about. I don't have to worry about somebody being nice to me because of my money. Just like I didn't have to worry about when I was dating my wife to be. All right, she wasn't dating me because of my money. I can guarantee it. All right, but when you're a multimillionaire or billionaire, you have to put everybody else under a different microscope. And it's a microscope I don't have to use. I judge you until you give me a reason not to trust you. Once you give me that reason, it's done. Doesn't happen again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So this will be my last hard set. I think Tuesday I did like 15 reps at 2.25 just to play around. I just didn't want to get to the level of exhaustion. That'll be for, I'm sure this place is going to be open on Monday. I'm not working, but I am going into work, but only for 4 hours. It's double time. And Sunday's double time. So hopefully between the next couple of weekends, I can pay up my LP bill so I can get more in the tank. That prices went up too. So my next check is going to be paying a chunk of that off. So they'll come back out and top me off. And then I got the next couple months to pay it off, and then I should be good until fall. It's usually the way it works. So one more set. Starting to feel good. I was happy about getting that 5th rep. Getting up to 415 was nice too. Knowing that I did 430 at another gym. And could I got 420? I'm sure I could have. But once again, you gotta sit there and balance your workouts. I'm balancing my workouts for March. So I don't want to peak right now. I want to peak, right there in the second week of March. So I'm still at that peak when I go do the competition. A lot of times I've peaked 2 to 3 weeks before my competition, and then I'm already sliding back down, and that's frustrating, especially when you could have did more earlier. You're like, oh man, give me a break. So those are just things, there is a strategic plan on these. And when you look at the ones that really excel, and the Ernie Little Briggs and Tom Callises and, Bill Cartman, they've got it down to a science. They've got, a support team that's got it down to a science. They know what they need to do and when they need to do it. And whenever you get the opportunity to compete with those people, you're trying to be a sponge. Showed up to court late the other day, and the prosecuting attorney wasn't in the courtroom. I was worried they issued a witness warrant. Called him and found out they rescheduled the hearing. Oh, Yeah, that was nice. That they let everybody know. If there was only a way you could instantly contact people. Well, wait a minute. We have that ability. All right, let me go get Phil. Knock out this last set. Or I wait too long. All righty. 335 for reps. Here we go. Let the festivities begin.
Come on. Come on. You got another one. Come on. Come on. Big push, big push, big push, big push, big push. There. Very nice.
Thank you.
Good set, good set.
Well, only 8. I can tell I'm running out of steam. Oh my goodness. This is true. Yeah, just working in the other direction. So doing something a little different, which is good to do. Already got a message from work. Are you working Monday? Yeah. We'll be pushing that. Well, I don't know if he'd be pushing. I'm not working 8 hours. I may have to give him the bad news. I have to let him know. Says we'll be pushing then. We'll see at what time they think they're pushing. I think he'll be pushing at 11 at night, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's the hard part. Never did show you who said. It was on my hotspot. So Hugo. Okay. go. So let's get back to doing some. Yeah. Back on. Prime data, damn it. As usual, I can only blame myself. I put it there. Not your fault this time. Okay. Looks like I'm having issues. There we go. Yeah, 480 was for COVID. We'll get there. Same way. Nutrition and so I'll get back there. It's just going to take some time, and that's okay. The whole idea is not stopping. That's what it comes down to. So I hit 430 at the touch and go meet. So I want to do at least 440 at my next meet, which will be a sanctioned meet. And then in June, 451 in a sanctioned meet. Those are my goals. And generally, if I can do 451 in a sanctioned meet, I can do 480 in the gym. So just need to work the triceps a little harder, work the shoulders a little harder, and keep working the chest the way I'm doing. And I'll get there. Just time and effort. It doesn't happen overnight. Yep. Like Hulk Hogan would say. Worked with a guy who used to impersonate him. Dress up. Looks like he doesn't want my connection out this far. So let me move it closer and see if that helps. I don't know if it's going to. Oh, got incline 625. Let's give it a ride. Yeah. So yeah, when I really going up, granted, I was 2 years younger. I truly think COVID took more to tell me up. But I kept driving on, and all of a sudden, here comes 405. Those heavy weights are doable, like the pecs, and we're into it. and stay motivated. Burn a lot of energy up that meet. But next week, stay close to the week before 25. Computer closer to the router. So needs to be closer. I'm still in there doing inclines. I got 315 loaded up there. And what I'll do is I'll load that up on video. I am taking a video of it. I'm trying to get my live stream to go on it, but it seems like every time I get on the other side, I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't.
Okay, moving on over.
Yeah, moving on over. 315. Did that much on the incline.
That's not bad.
I'm happy with it.
That was a good rep.
It won't be efficient. And we do it on incline, we do it on freestanding. And within 2 months, we drive our numbers up 40, 50 dollars each. I'm like, okay, this is more. Very nice. Thank you. Decided to do the inclines. Thank everybody for stopping in, hitting the thumbs up. Definitely a huge thank you, Jason and Ace, for those donations. I don't get. Now let me put this back up where I get a better signal. And time to wind down. Do my little recap.
How you doing, bud?
I survived. That evil person was beating me up.
Who's
That
that?
guy right there.
I hate them guys.
I'm telling you.
I got one follows me around too.
Oh, makes me work out heavy. Darn guy.
I appreciate your motivation.
Yeah, hey, it's either that or,
You in the Army?
I was.
Oh, Navy.
Hey, they're my 2 oldest were Navy, my youngest was Air Force.
You were airborne?
Yeah.
How many jumps you got?
We were dopes on a rope. We repelled.
Oh,
First airborne.
dopes on a rope. Right.
Yeah. We weren't the fools from the sky. We were dopes on a rope.
Okay.
And then my daughter, when she's in the Navy, and her now husband, then boyfriend, decided to jump. And my wife goes, well, you need to talk him out of it. I said, well, I can tell you how this conversation is going to go.
Yeah.
So like, sweetie, Mom don't want you to jump. Well, you jumped off a rope. I said, I understand that. Be careful. So they went and parachuted.
I hang out at Skydive Chicago a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place over in Ottawa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was airborne.
Yeah, we get a
World
lot
War
of
II.
we do a lot of military contracts out there. So we get the
I tell
guys
you.
rappelling.
That plane is going to go down. It'll be the first one out with a shield.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and like I said, repelling so much safer.
Yeah.
That was the word I told my mom. Well, it's safer. I'm on a rope.
Well, you know what? I see some of the stuff that the Army's doing now because they do a lot of experimental shit out there. And it's incredible, man. I wouldn't do it.
They got those turbo things where they can fly.
They got that, but another thing they're doing,
Problem
man,
is you can't shoot when you have that, so it's useless.
I can't believe what I'm seeing them do now, and it's just incredible. They got a 55-gallon drum barrel in the back of a tailgate aircraft, right? and they tether themselves to that barrel. Right, so the barrel hangs below
Right.
them. Right, the barrel's 500 pounds.
And they're doing this why?
Pardon me?
They're doing this why?
This is delivering equipment to deliver
Okay.
equipment. Then they go out with the plane. They jump out of the plane, open the parachute, and then steer it down.
Right.
But instead of jettisoning the barrel,
They just let it hit the
they
ground.
land with it.
Right.
Well, when that barrel hits,
It bounces.
it stops. The parachute keeps going. These guys are like
Yeah,
puppets on a string.
Not my idea of a good time.
No. But we get a lot of armed forces, man. We get people from other countries. They come out. They do a lot of rappelling out of C-47s, the Chinooks.
Yeah,
You know,
shit hooks.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of that. It's cool watching them. You know?
Yeah. Been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
Yeah, how about it?
I tell you, I still do a lot of shooting. I have a range on my property, and I probably shoot about every other week. And I remember when I was in the service, anytime they had a range at, I volunteered. And they say, well, why are you volunteering? You're already expert. I said, well, how do you think I got that way? Now, my dad taught my brothers not to shoot since we were 6 years old.
Well, what's going on with the current
It's not good. So
Pritzker idiot guy?
So if it holds up, it's going to get challenged. But basically, if you have about anything you own that is a semi-automatic and can in any magazine over 12 rounds, you have to register with the state, or you have to get rid of it by the end of the year. Now, the Illinois IRA.
I don't have
We're gonna
anything
challenge
that
it.
complies.
Well, I had them until that boating accident. All reality, I will move out of the state before that.
Well,
I'll
you
take
know
my
what?
tax dollars somewhere else.
I just moved here from Chicago
Well,
because
yeah.
Chicago got so bad. I was hearing gunfire every day.
I went to college there,
You know,
and I heard gunfire every night.
but it's not the good guys that are doing the gunfire.
And it's always been that way. It was back that way in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's just you didn't have this going on where you could record everything.
Yeah.
It was just as bad back then.
Yeah.
I'd hear gunfire all night. I'd see one incident reported. And I'm going, well, there was more than that. Well, now it gets reported because somebody's putting it on YouTube or Facebook, or Instagram, or whatever. The thing of it is the only time I go up to Chicago is to the airport.
Same here.
And
And I lived there all my life. I worked there. I was a union carpenter,
I went to
so
college.
I
I
had to.
went to college there. My dad was a union carpenter. He used to work up there. We used to work up at Fort Sheridan, UOP. We did a lot of jobs for. We put up towers for the FAA. Not the ones that broke them. But
Well, buddy, I appreciate your motivation, man.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
need to get that motivation.
so just motivation starts by you too, Phil. Motivation starts right now. You walked in. Now the motivation's there.
Oh, I'm
Now go lift something.
Well,
Lift, treadmill, whatever.
I can do the treadmill. I can still walk. I had a skydiving accident years ago. I got a big prosthetic chunk in my left leg. I can't run, but I can walk. So I'll do 40 minutes on the treadmill. You know,
So first of all, get rid of that word.
what's that?
Can't.
Can't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do what you can do, and then set small goals and give yourself more than enough time to reach it.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I've been doing this for 48 years.
Chipping away. You know, I do a little bit more every day.
That's the way to do it.
Got to get off the damn couch, man.
You gotta get off the couch.
That's the biggest problem.
And
right there.
and we're all equal on that. I mean, I was on the lazy boy this morning, and then I got up.
How old are you, man?
I'm 61.
67.
It starts with moving. Just got to move.
Yeah. Well, I made it this far. I'm
There
on
you
my
go.
way. Have a good day.
Keep walking in here. You'll do fine. All righty. So I think I've had all the fun I'm going to have today. Let's see what it says still in the chat. It's just you and me, Ray. We're all alone. So thanks everybody for hopping in. It's getting around the noon hour. So I think I am going to maybe just stop at the Dollar Tree and get some snacks for work. It's Friday, and tomorrow's my day to Go drink 2 or 3 of my beers. Have a fun time. Woo! Look out. I'm going to get crazy. So everybody, have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining in. And I will get the other videos loaded up. Hopefully one's loaded up already, but later on today. Let me refresh this. Let's see if I'm gonna. Oh, it's already all right. It already got loaded up. Yay! There's much rejoicing. Come on. Yeah, I know the battery saver's on. I don't care. And Ray, get rid of the cigarettes. Start going for a walk. It's nice and warm out there. You can do it. Okay. There we go. So I got one of the videos already uploaded. Let's check comments. No comments. Let's check held for review. Don't have any of those either. I'm getting less and less of those. And the last one really was somebody telling somebody else to shut the hell up because they made a stupid comment towards me. And somebody else said, yeah, shut the hell up. That was funny. There you go. Nothing wrong with those dreams. I meant 3-day weekend. Yeah. Yeah, same here, but I am going to work 4 hours on Saturday or on Sunday and on Monday. Just because it's easy money. You got to take the easy money. So thank you, everybody, for joining in. And I will see you all on the next live stream from the gym, which will probably be Monday.